Hi, Steve. First of all, thank you for your innovations. I wouldn't be sitting here if it wasn't for your work.
Thank you.
I have a question about the timing of two technologies that will impact two businesses of mine. I have a computer repair company called Geeks on Site, and one technology that I know is coming is the desktop and laptops as we know them today will no longer have an OS and all that work done locally. Everything's going to be on the cloud, and they're just going to be dummy devices. So the first question is about the timing on that, and when do you foresee that we're not going to use these systems like we do today?
Yeah, this has already happened to almost a complete extent. Look at the major devices we use, tablets and smartphones. Everything you're doing on them, except for maybe some games, most of it's all coming from the internet. That means it's all coming from big data centers, hold the computers that are doing the computing, that are analyzing information off of hard disks and deciding what to send for you to see. So we're already talking about little display ports. And now the computers, a lot of what you do on your computer at home, you're always on the internet. So a lot of that, web pages are created outside of your computer, and all your computer does is display it well. We've pretty much gotten to this cloud world. I recognize it's caused me a lot of worries because I always click, I agree, okay, I accept these terms. I don't know what they are, but I know that I didn't write the contract, and so every time I put anything in the cloud or trust the cloud for something or set up an account, I know that I've agreed that anything goes wrong, I'm the loser, and you have no responsibility for it. I also, if I put something on the cloud, I will not necessarily get it back. I actually believe we should have back in World War II days, the United Nations got every civilized country in the world to sign a Declaration of Human Rights. I wish they would do something like that for a Declaration of Human Rights in the cloud world, or Declaration of Computer Rights that we own. If you own something, if you bought something and you put it on the cloud or it's held in the cloud for you, songs or whatever, you own it and it can't go away. And they are responsible to keep it protected, to always deliver it to you if you need it, to give it back to you, and to keep it secure from inspection. And that would include email, but that's just a dream of mine. I'm going to start talking more and more in that direction and hope it starts catching on.
Steve, but any idea on the timing of how many years away do you think we are from this no longer being?
How many years am I away from to where our computer really is much less of a computer, our laptop is much less of a laptop and only a display port? And I'm saying it's pretty much thoroughly happened, although it doesn't have to be that way. There are still things that you can run on that do your own computing, maybe your own spreadsheet program, not on the cloud, but everything is going towards the cloud. And I sort of think it's an over game. It's not something we can stop, pull back, reverse. So it's going to keep going. Less and less you have on your own that you own that you can even protect the security of. You know, it's like if I own something, I can always protect its security. I wouldn't lose it. But if it's often in the cloud, my passwords and all that, they're going to get found more and more. You know, we're seeing it's going to accelerate how fast those things disappear. So I don't really like the fact that it's happening. I think there's a lot of problems with it, and I think we should address it and make it more like it is something I really own and is mine. As far as our computer value, I don't know. There's still, I think it's still going to be just lower level of your computer doing its own computing. For example, grabbing information off of hard disks and displaying it for you and all that. A little bit less and less.
Second timing question, and this is to follow up with your comments about Siri and that technology. I got into the call center business now because of this concern about the computing business. How long do you see before call centers have to staff a lot less because they're replacing agents with computers talking back and forth?
I don't know exactly what you mean by call center. The first thing I think of is the telemarketers and the houses that call to sell me pens.
Telephone answering service specifically, where messages are taken and dispatched.
Okay, and what do I think?
Of the timing of when Siri will evolve more to the point where Siri will be having that conversation back and forth
Yeah, I hadn't thought of it, but I say look at trends, and the trends, you can tell that they're not stoppable. You can't stand in the way and stop it, that eventually it's probably going to be all that much more local to Siri than the call center. Someday, but not instantly. Large things don't go away instantly.
Thank you.